Okay, I'm going to give you a big quick rundown of what I got working with this Envoy mod, this diplomacy mod that I have going here. I was originally going to do something very basic and kind of rehash some of the stuff that I've done before, but I since then thought I want to do something different. I want to do something more flavorful, something worth doing, and so I'm adding a whole lot of other things. So first off, this guy's too far, but right now I'm debugging, so I just put any kind of diplomacy, doesn't matter. But as you see right here, it's too far to interact with, but for the sake of this, I'm just going to interact with him. So if you go to your court positions now, and the special positions, I now have an envoy position here. And you need an envoy in order to do this, just because. And I'm going to have this guy here because he looks goddamn amazing. Alright, so now he's in there. Like I said, you won't be able to see this normally. This is a working title up here. But yeah, so what you'll see now is instead of you going here, it'll be your envoy, and your envoy goes to their kind of little court place in the back. And right here, you'll see the value breakout. Right now, the only thing it has going for is a general opinion on this character here. There's multiple things that'll come out. If it affects the deal, it'll be right here in the value breakout. Now originally I was going to do something where you do lands, you do the artifacts. It does not have any artifacts. Or you do the marriages, so on and so forth. It does not have anybody that's really good. I'm going to pick somebody else. But here's the alliance value. Well, anyways, so you do this, and then if it's over a certain trade value or deal value, then you would send it and they would accept it. Since then, I kind of changed that up. What I want to do is now I'm going to allow you to send any deal. And regardless of what it is, like I said, let's say you go here, let's say you request a bunch of titles that you have no business requesting. And you have a negative 209. If you actually send that deal has consequences now. There's a whole list of things, judging from, they can just kill your envoy and have a horrible opinion, a hateful opinion of you, all the way down to loving you if the deal is sweet. So depending on how many deals you have with this member and how favorable the deals have been, they will have an opinion modifier of you. Let's say you have a deal that's somewhat, I don't know why you would send this, there's nothing here, but let's say you were to give a county, and let's say you want to offer some gold. So you have like a 1. So everything has a different range, judging from all the negatives to all the positives. Generally, a deal is worth like -5 to +5 is not even worth doing, really. But it's on them to decide, and it goes from a host of things on the AI. It goes anywhere from this person, their traits, how they act, how their diplomacy skill is, how their learning or intelligence is, and whether or not they have certain traits that'll take them down this tree. Right now, I'm writing the modifiers, but basically, if you hover over this seal, it'll give you a list of possible outcomes if you send the deal. And then it'll go through and select the deal. Probably in a day or two, the AI will get back to you, letting you know, or letting you know that he killed your envoy for sending stupid deals. But yeah, there's a host of things that could happen by sending any deals. This is how you give titles. This is how you request titles. Say you want to give that artifact as a positive value. And say you want to request something like this. So the different artifacts also have different values. It looks like this guy just has a bunch of good stuff. So generally, relics have a value. If it's a unique item, it has a value. All these are unique items, which is why some of the The values are good. Still got to tweak a couple of the values. But yeah, they all should have different values. I think I picked the wrong person to demonstrate this. And I am far too lazy to start this video again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit out of here and switch my character to somebody else. And then I'm going to talk to this guy. This person has stuff. Oh, I don't have a core position. There you go, caught myself. This guy's average. So depending on when you send the deal, depending on what aptitude your envoy has, is going to make a big deal in how they actually receive the deal. Let's see if this guy has any cool stuff. He has 2 things. I feel like this crappy item is only worth 16. This is worth 24. This is worth 13. 21, 16. We got some pretty cool stuff. But depending on the variable and some kind of the things that they have, the overall value of it, which is all scripted inside of each artifact. And any artifact that's loaded into the game, so albeit any mod, like this is a community flavor pack one, as long as you have that mod installed, it'll come up if they have it. And it all goes by the variables they set inside the actual artifacts itself. Or when you create one, every artifact has a value, a wealth value, and depending on what kind they are, that adds to it. If they're a relic, they're unique, it also adds to the value of these. The marriage one, they'll both come up here. You'll notice if you click, let's say I want to pick this guy here, it'll only allow me to select people who are eligible to marry that person. Same thing here. If there are 2 bisexual people on here and they're allowed to marry each other, then it'll show up. You'll be able to do that too. So there's that. And let's say you want to do matrilineal, do that value there, and then it changes to matrilineal, and the value is much better because you're giving up a vassal matrilineally. I don't know why you would do that. But as far as the AI goes, there's a bunch of different things that are taken into account. These weak hook and strong hooks are only available if you have a strong or weak hook on them. And the alliance value is basically your military strength. So it takes your military strength and their military strength and kinds of subtracts it to see who has the better military strength and whether or not it's good to do that. This alliance of 4 just means you guys are pretty equal. He's your slight edge on them for 4, but yeah, there's different things that affect the deal, and if it affects you, it'll show. Let's say you get somebody who is let's go back. Is there a way to make somebody? No. I guess if you had somebody that was, let's see what this guy has. Nothing. Let's say that they have, let's say they're terrified of you. Fear value will show up here. Yeah, let's say they're somebody under you, like a vassal or something. There's a few other things that show up as well. There you go. You got a +5 liege relation here. But if they're terrified of you, it's going to show up. So it's going to be in your favor. And then during the trade negotiation, say during the trade negotiation, if you have, let's say you find somebody that's stupid or dull or has any of the, like an imbecile or something like that, that also affects the deal. Let's say you want to send a deal that's, I don't know, -5 or something. Let's say the deal's like -5 or like -10 or something around that range, depending on their traits, depending on how they are and their education. they're more likely to accept it if they're stupid. So there's that. Um, and yeah, so I mean that's the rundown of it right now. Right now, I'm still writing all the modifiers that will happen. If you start sending a bunch of stupid deals, people will take notice of that, and you'll have a modifier like a you know a bad envoy relationship, diplomatic relationship, and that will count against you. So yeah, there's a couple things going on here. So in multiplayer, what you'll see is you'll see different things. First off, when you hit send in multiplayer here, this will go away. And right now, let's start off as a circle, but then I did this thing where it was like a little animated guy comes up and offers a scroll, which is pretty stupid and over the top. So I probably won't do that. But anyways, there's going to be a little thing here. You click it. That means the deal's meant for you. And then you click it, and it opens up into that window. And then you'll have the other options. Everybody's playing on Steam right now while I'm recording. But yeah, that's how it is. Couple different options in there. Like I said, you'll have accept, but you won't be able to select anything. You'll just see the the terms of the deal and the breakout. Multiplayer, you guys are responsible for evaluating your own. It's going to give you a number, but you can accept a stupid deal if you want. That's your own fault. There is a modifier for accepting stupid deals. People start looking at you like you're stupid. So there's a modifier, or like a bad negotiator modifier that you'll get, and the people of your land will look bad upon you because they should. Um, but yeah, there's quite a few things. It's super late, so I'm not really thinking properly right now. But I at least wanted to get some kind of video out there. The last thing I have left to do is write the modifiers, and then I will be doing some multiplayer testing. I have two computers. I'm going to try to do it here myself to see if I can do that. If not, I'm going to have a few people online help me and see if I can get this mod out by next weekend.